Good morning, everyone. My name is Bill Klingberg. I'm with SCORE here in Houston. Welcome to our webinar this morning. First, a little bit about SCORE. We're a nationwide organization of volunteers. Nationwide, there's 11,000 of us. Here in Houston, there are 150 of us. Besides education, which is this webinar, and hopefully again soon face-to-face workshops, we also do mentoring. If you have a question or a problem that you want to discuss with someone that has been there and done that, that's when you need to talk to a SCORE mentor. You need to find the mentor at our website, houston.score.org. And there's a button called Find a Mentor. I think you guys can handle it. We give expert advice to entrepreneurs who are just starting businesses, as well as people who have been in business for some time. We have lawyers, we have accountants, sales and marketing people, we have manufacturing folks. I mean, where else for free can you talk to somebody that's been there and done that for 40 years? Now, anyhow, some housekeeping things. All the questions need to get typed into the Q&A box at the bottom. I think it's at the bottom on your screen. You'll find it. The presenters can answer the questions when they feel like answering them, either during the presentation, if it's appropriate, or at the very end. The recording that we're making will be available on SCORE's website in a couple of days. It takes a couple of days to do it. If you go again to the website, houston.score.org, and this time click on Take a Workshop button, you'll find a link to the recordings. So without any further ado, the webinar today is being sponsored by Houston Community College, and we're honored to have Ravi Brahmbhatt, who is going to give you a little pitch on HCC. It's all yours, Ravi.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kleinberg, and for the wonderful partnership that we have with SCORE. Thanks to you and the SCORE Houston leadership, we definitely appreciate the opportunity to talk about today user experience, and design thinking. So this is going to be a very fun, different webinar today, and we're so thankful at HCC to have our panelists here, Melvin and Nimmy, which I'll introduce shortly. But from HCC, I just want to share some slides and let folks know who are on the call that I represent the Entrepreneurial Initiatives Office at Houston Community College. And really our goal as a department of HCC is to build a culture that champions collaboration, creativity, and innovation, both internally to our college, but then also externally to our Houston community. We do those things, at least for my direct office. We focus on competitions, hackathons, workshops, and such as this one, and then also opportunity workshops where we help digitally skill the Houston community. We also have partnerships with the different chambers in the city, and also the startup ecosystem. And then we connect all that with students from HCC who are dabbling into the entrepreneurial space. We have student clubs. A lot of our small business partners, some of you on the call today, could benefit from working with us by engaging in young talent who is learning about entrepreneurship, but then they're also looking for internship and apprenticeship opportunities. So lots of cool things that HCC is doing and our students are doing. And this particular workshop, we put that under our business workshop series. Across HCC, we have 3 Center for Entrepreneurship centers. And these centers at the Northwest College, at the Southeast campus, and then Southwest campus, we have different focuses for each center as well. Our Northwest hosts the HCC Business Plan Competition, where folks, some of you maybe on the call here may have interest in putting together your business plan and then applying for some grant money from the banks, and each year they give over $25,000 in funding to the winners of the business plan competition. So check them out. Go to hccs.edu/small-business to learn more about the programs at each one of our campuses. My campus, I'm really focused around innovation and entrepreneurship. And my key areas of interest here is digital information tech and advanced manufacturing. In addition to the centers, HCC also has the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Program. If you are a business that is in existence for three to more years, and you've got employees, 4 or more employees, you may want to consider looking into the Goldman Sachs program. It's a program that's completely free to the business owner, and it's a very successful program that HCC has had now for more than 5 years. So I encourage you to check that out. And lastly, we also have the HCC MBDA office, the Minority Business Development Agency office, that is right there on the Fannin Street. Now, right now, you can contact them by going to the website, hccs.edu/mbda, and learn about how you can get access to federal contracts or state contracts. As a college, HCC spends about $1 million a day. So all of that to maintain its operations. We've got over 70 plus buildings in Houston, and we've got over 100,000 plus student body every year. So we're a large institution in Houston, and the MBDA office would connect you with a procurement office and so forth. And as a business owner, you may have interest in working with institutions like HCC or the partners from the MBDA office with the Metro office and the City of Houston and so many more opportunities for small business owners. So I encourage all of you to visit the MBDA office and see if you have any opportunities there for you to pursue. Lastly, if you are looking to upskill your employees, HCC has a corporate college run by Ms. Jennifer Holmes. Her number's there on the slide there. HCC has unique opportunities to upskill your employees for free, maybe through the Texas Workforce Commission's Skills Development Fund. It's a fantastic opportunity to upskill your employees and get the TWC to pay for it, right? There's lots of opportunities there. I hope folks on the call here would reach out to Jennifer and learn more about the different programs at the corporate college. Okay, so with that, I want to quickly just leave you with my information. This slide here. If any of that sounded interesting to you and you'd like to learn more, feel free to reach out to me, our website there, and I would be happy to help you navigate within the HCC space for working with the college. All right, so that's my quick talk on HCC, and now I want to, just pass it on to Melvin. But before I do, let me stop sharing and tell everybody a little bit about how we've met. So Melvin attended one of our design thinking hackathons that we were hosting at the college, and he was volunteering to take the photos. And I very quickly realized that he is a creative artist, right? The way he's taking his photos and the lighting and everything, his photos look fantastic. And what that did, it helped us capture the event. It was a 2-day hackathon for the City of Houston. And it really, his focus on brand and how to capture that in a photograph, that was just, for me, it was really profound. So I wanted to reach out to Melvin, and then I learned about Nimmy because she's been offering online art classes, and I have 2 young boys who in the COVID world are getting taught online, and Nimmy is teaching to 600 kids, and my 2 boys are in the program. So she is not only an award-winning artist, but then also a fantastic teacher, as a testimonial from a parent who's got kids in your class. So both of them combined have really vast amount of experience with creative arts and content. And I'm thankful for both of them for sharing their learnings and a little bit more about how we can use that to be obsessed about our customers so that we can turn them into prospects, into customers, into money and profit, which is kind of what we care about. So with that, Melvin, I thank you, and Nimmy, I thank both of you for making the time to join us. And please tell us a little bit about the obsession with the customers that y'all have.
Sure. Thanks, Ravi. Thanks for
Thank you.
introducing us. So let me share my screen. Yeah. So let me introduce myself. I'm Melvin Thambi, and I have 10 plus years of experience in designing user experience, branding, and all sort of design related things. And you can introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Nimmy, and I'm a professional artist and a founder of my art studio. It is Nimmy's Art Studio, and I'm taking classes for kids. And now, so my main focus was my professional art journey. That was doing my paintings and exhibitions and everything. And then I started my studio 2 years before, and then I have my physical studio, and then I changed into online virtual classes now.
Yeah, so that is all about both of us.
Mhm.
And so today we are talking about customer experience, how this customer experience matters a lot, and what are the important things that we need to consider while taking care of customer experience. So it's a very beautiful word, but then we sometimes forget about it while developing or working on a business or thinking about a business. We forget about that simple word called customer experience. Instead, we will talk about ourselves a lot. The content will be more about us more than focusing on them. So I'm trying to explain that through our small business. We are trying to talk about a real case study which caters all these sectors, which really connects with customer experience, user experience, and branding. So the whole presentation is all about customer experience, that is called CX. And we believe or the major focal point of any business, whether it's a small scale, large scale enterprise, or whatever business, this matters a lot. So I think we need to think this is a pivot thing while doing anything upfront. And when we think about customer experience, the two things that comes to my mind is the branding and user experience. So if we don't connect these two dots together in a perfect way, or if the balance is not right, then the end result might be very pathetic. Like, we might not understand why it's not working, why the customers are not happy. The main reason is these two words, like branding and user experience. So I'm just trying to talk about how branding helps and how user experience helps in any business. So last year, I got a great opportunity to participate in Martin Neumer's workshop, branding workshop. It was really an eye-opener. I was having a lot of questions in my mind, like what is branding? What exactly is branding? Even though I have this much experience, sometimes we all struggle to figure out the exact meaning of branding, right? So then I heard about his workshop, and I went there and I purchased this book called Brand Gap. It's a very beautiful book. Every business owner should read about it. It talks about many important things. So this is this book, and it has all the main elements that we need to really think about while thinking about a business. That's what I would say. Like, so in his book, he really explains what is branding. So he tells, like, logo is not a brand. People think like, oh, if once we have a logo, yeah, then it's done. The branding is there. So branding is not just the logo or the collaterals or the visual elements that we see. It's more in-depth meaning is there. Like, it's A brand is a person's gut feeling about a product, service, or company. For example, if you think about Apple, the moment you will have many things coming into your mind. You will have that sophisticated design, the user experience, the cleanness, the minimalism, everything will come to your mind. That feel, that gut feel that you have when you think about a brand, that is called branding. It can be in many ways. It can be in product design, it can be in the web design, it can be in the logo, or how they connect with people, how they service the customers, and all those things. And then he talked about, Martin Neumer talked about a beautiful concept that is called brand ladder. So we really need to think about this, like, where is our business right now? Are we in the lower part, or are we in the empowerment part? So if we reach this empowerment part, then our business is doing very, very good. Or if we all start with satisfaction factor, right? Like, so what is satisfaction? It's like starting with the we all have a confidence about our business, our capability, our services, our uh, whatever we offer, right? So based on that, we can deliver something which will give some satisfaction to the customers. So we start from there. Then we forget about the rest of the things, the delight part. So once we have that thing, then the next thing is we need to delight the customers. We need to surprise them. uh, we need to they need to talk about us. Then we need to increase the trust factor. So that is the delight part. And the next part is engagement. So we, all the businesses should have a loyal audience. We forget about it. Like, we don't think about the audience part. We always think about selling thing and marketing thing. More than marketing and selling, the main important part any business they need to do is giving value to people. They should get some value when they're engaging with your content, when they're going through your products, going through your services. They should get that value. So once you start giving value, then that engagement will slowly come. Then you will have a dedicated tribe that follows whatever you say. When you look at major brands, for example, Nike, Apple, or any other major brands, we can see that engagement factor. We can see that brand loyalty. So they bring that through different kind of value proposition. And the next thing is empowerment. It's like connecting with customer and being with them and helping them to grow themselves, and the support. For example, during this COVID time, many brands, they had done multiple ways to help the small businesses and other things. That is where they connect with customers. That is where they empower the customers, or where they help other brands to succeed by collaborating with them. So these beautiful four words: satisfaction, delight, engagement, and empowerment. So this was the main takeaway what I get after attending his webinar. And I was thinking about this in the flight, like how we can bring that, how, why we didn't think about it. We were just seeing like revenue scale, the growth, the social media likes, followers, and everything. But we are not thinking about these simple four words. So it really, really make a light inside my head. Like, now this is the time to think about it. So that is the best takeaway from this book as well as from his workshop. So when we talk about branding, the next thing is user experience. What is user experience? I like this quote from Susan. She simply says it in one simple sentence. User experience design is a science and art of designing a product so that it's easy to use, fits expectations, and meets business goals. That's it. So you can see a lot of jargons, terminologies, theories, principles, and all those things. And everyone is get confusing. Like, what is user experience? It's as simple as that. This simple sentence tells everything about user experience. That's why I didn't put any graphical elements, or I didn't add more presentations into it. So today we are going to talk about Nimmy's art and that is her business, and how we get this result during this COVID time. So I thought instead of talking more about these two topics from other books or any other platform, why don't we talk about a real thing that we experienced, that we applied and get result. So this is what we got when we apply these two simple words, branding and user experience. And I thought to have talk about it. And before going to that, once again, yeah, it's taking some time. Yeah. For some reason, this image is not coming. It happens in all webinars and presentations. That's completely okay. So
You can show that.
yeah, so we are comparing our old website, which was in 2019 and in 2020. So this is our new website. So we're gonna compare these two things and what we learned and unlearned and what we apply and everything. So first we will go with our 2019 website. So we will talk a little bit about our website, MN10. Actually, this was a portfolio website back in
2010, I think.
It was 2010, right?
Yeah, 2010.
In 2010, we registered this website, and the whole idea was we both are coming from a finance background. So I studied Bachelor of Finance, and she also, we were in same college, and so when we get married, we thought like, okay, why don't we make a website and put our work, my design work and her painting work, and showcase it like a portfolio website. So that was the whole concept about M and N. So the M stands for Melvin and N stands for Nimmy. So at that time, there was a lot of emotional connection with it. Yeah. So we thought like it's a cool name. And many of our friends, our well-wishers, everyone loved the name, loved the concept, and everything was pretty good. So we go with that website and we showcased all the content related to art exhibitions that we attend, her solo art exhibitions and my design work, and everything was there in that website. So then 2016, right? Yeah. 2016, we came to US, and so at that time also this website was there. And one of my colleagues saw that, and he asked like whether Nimmy can teach his kid some drawing or anything. So we always had a beautiful mission inside our mind, like whatever we learn, we need to share with other people. It can be a kid, it can be an adult, or anyone, because the main mission for both of us is like,
so what we learned that we are giving back to the society, and we didn't have a focus like we have to go in this direction in our business, or what we can do with business, or what we learned can convert into business. We didn't have any idea, like, you know. So we were from the finance background. I was doing painting, and how can we connect these art and business together? So that is kind of, you know, a little confusion. So we don't have the focus how to move forward. So like, you know, then I started teaching kids. So what I was still confused whether I need to focus on teaching kids, or so everything was a clutter, and all these paintings, kids work, everything was together in the website now.
Yeah. So then, yeah. So she started teaching kids, and slowly, by word of mouth, many kids were coming, and they were looking at the website, and they were not seeing any details about the kids art class or anything, because everything was related to gallery, art exhibition, paintings, and everything. And many people struggle to pronounce this name M&N, because there was a famous brand here. We didn't know that when we were in India. It's called M&M, right?
Yeah, the chocolate.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, it's a simple thing, right? Like, it's just a name. So we will think like, what is there in a name? But it matters, because if we say to people like, okay, our website is M&M, and they were asking like, is it M&M? And they can't type on the web browser. So many were not discovering this website. This website was not discovered, and people struggle to pronounce the name. And we know that. So we understood like, okay, people are struggling to pronounce and it's a very hard name, but still we didn't change it. So that is the first mistake that we did, because it, as I told earlier, we were having that emotional attachment with this brand name. And we were doubting like, okay, well, whether people need to understand everything about us. Like they need to understand there is a design background, whether they need to understand and there is an art background. So the website was kind of like little busy with too many things. So then one day we sit together and try to figure out the main pain points of this website or this business. Then we came to know about some things. So one is we were trying to accomplish different missions. That is the fundamental mistake all the businesses will do. So we were trying to cater some main audience. So we were thinking like, okay, we need to give content for people who come to see artworks. So that was one focus of customers. And the other one is we need to teach art classes for adults. So when adults comes to the website, they should feel like it's not a kids website, right? So the design was tailored for adults. And the next thing was slowly she was getting enough visibility among parents, and they loved her teaching style. So we were getting a lot of kids. So then we thought like, okay, we need to add some kids art education as well. So we put all those things. We started adding content in the website like that. So it's scattered. The branding is scattered, and we were struggling with brand identity crisis. And the content was not curated to customer needs. For example, if a parent is coming and if he needs more information, right, the syllabus and the class timing, nothing was there in the website. So that is the main problem. And confused potential customer base. As I talked earlier, that is the other problem. Like artists are coming to our website and they're loving Nimmy's work, and they're like asking why you're putting kids art classes there. So what exactly is your brand? And the conversion ratio was very low because of this scattered brand elements and the content. And we were having a dependency on a physical location. So initially we had a plan. Like I told Nimmy, like, why don't we start this online art classes instead of, so, but she was not confident enough at that time.
About and the online class, virtual classes.
Yeah, virtual classes, and she found it very difficult for her. It was back in 2016. Okay, at that time, the parents are not exposed to these kind of things. So she told it's a risk, and I'm not confident about it. I don't find an opportunity there. So then we were not thinking. So we had to rent a place, and we need to give rent. And at a time, she can only teach 10 kids. More than 10 kids she can teach, because the space wise there is a problem. And we don't have any online payment system, because we thought like people are coming to our location, so why we should have an online payment thing. And there was a very limited after class assistance. For example, if the kids are coming to our classes, we don't have any mechanism.
Yeah, they will come to the class and they will learn something and they'll go back to their house. So that is over. And yeah.
So we don't have any after class assistance kind of thing. So Nimmy was struggling with all these things, like, and we don't know how to market this, whether we need to market like an art gallery website or the other things. So these were the pain points that we had, and Nimmy was always asking me. So I was supporting her on the creative side, building the website, giving branding and everything. Then I went to that workshop, Martin Numer's brand workshop. Then I came to know about the brand name should be very simple and memorable, and it should focus on a single customer. So, 1 second. Then we revamped the entire website. So I will show the website soon. So these are the areas we improved. So we just focused on a single mission. So that mission was to teach kids art classes from, so it doesn't matter whether he knows art or anything, but we are trying to teach all kids whichever kid is coming to our art class, we will make sure like he will love art, and we will give an idea why art is important. And we always think like art is very much important in this today's world, because for example, if you imagine, if if a kid is going to become an engineer, and if he has that visual sense how to map things together, then his thought might be very powerful. And so that is where the many people are lacking that skill, right? They consider art as a
Yeah,
uh,
separate thing. Yes, actually art is like connected with everything. So if you have a like a visual idea in their mind, so if we can build that visual creativity from the childhood days, that can reflect in whatever field they're going. So if it is an engineer or doctor, they have a visual feeling, and so that will really help them to do their best in their field.
So we just thought about, okay, we are not focusing on other things like art exhibitions or anything. For that, we segmented into two brands. One is Nimmy's Art. So we change the name and everything. We keep M&N as the um, parent company name, which Nimmy started. And we started the new business in Nimmy's Art as the name. And Nimmy Melvin is the other brand where she do all the art exhibitions, and where she connect with the art curators, and she do all the exhibitions and everything. So when they come to Nimmy Melvin website, they can see all art related thing, and when they come to Nimmy's Art website, they can see all kids art activity and classes related things.
So
So
the point is, what we are focused. Are we focusing the whole world together, or are we focusing a small group of age group, or what is our focus? We have to find out that focus, and only we have to put the details in our website, not the whole thing. So yeah.
So even though we were looking for, so the idea was pretty simple, only looking for kids who want to learn something, and the main uh, customers we are focusing was parents. So when they come to the website, they need to get the details, and they need to understand how the syllabus is going and everything. So we made the brand memorable and recognizable by giving a simple name, Nimmy's Art, and we niche down the audience to just kids and parents, and we put relevant content, and we made the online payment very easy. So we made it very simple. And the best part of this online education is the transparency part that many parents doesn't realize, I think. So for example, when we are doing physical art classes, they were coming and they're dropping their kid and they're going to HEB or other places, right? So they don't know what his kid is learning or what she's doing there. So the introduction of these virtual classes, they are able to see what their kid is doing. And many parents are enjoying working with the kids, and they are also doing art. So this is the real thing that we need, like more than money or business or anything. We are so happy when parents send their group photos with kids doing work, and many parents follow their kids art syllabus, and they are also doing paintings. And Nimi is getting numerous messages now. So that engagement factor, that is where we are looking at the brand ladder where we are.
Yeah.
And so when we narrow down the entire thing to a simple thing, then it's blooming, like all those things are coming in places. So that is the best part, like the transparency part. And it build the trust, right? So they know, like, if their kid is going to Nimi's art class, virtual art class, this is what they're going to learn, whether their kid is able to follow it or not, whether the kid is happy, sad. So everything is very transparent. We are not hiding anything. Like, they can learn, they also can learn. So that is the major important thing that we get when we started virtual art classes. And we are giving after class assistance, which was not there at that time, where Nimmy record the entire video, which she's going to take on the virtual art class. She will take the entire video. She learned Final Cut Pro and she started editing it. And so it's a long process, but the end of the day, the kids are enjoying it. And so when they're stuck, even though if Nimmy is not there, Nimmy's videos are there. So they can go back, they can play back, they can pause, and parents can also help. So our curriculum, so we designed this curriculum also in that way. Like, So we think very deep into it, and we brainstormed a lot. And Nimmy told like, I want parents also to be associated with their kids' education. That is her motto. Like, so then the videos are designed accordingly. So the entire thing is about kids' art education, nothing else. And so it's very easy like to think about it, to when we brainstorm, when we throw ideas, everything is on single point, right? And then she was able to inspire and empower kids around the globe, not just in US. We are having kids from Canada, even from UK. There, it's very touching to us,
Yeah.
because they are sitting very late and doing artwork and submitting the work and everything. So the that feel like they want to belong, they want to be part of this tribe. That is exactly what we are talking earlier.
Then we could build a community where children can submit their work. So the class will be there, and after the class they're getting videos, and also we are building a community. They can get the experience from the class. So we were talking about the customer experience. So maybe you can
So I will show a simple section how we made this thing very simple. So we put our mission in the first place, in the main banner, nothing else is there. This is what we really want to do with this business. It's like virtual art classes for anyone, anywhere. There is no boundaries, no, there is no big age gap or anything like that. And these are the three things that we need to highlight in our business. So we can talk a lot about our business, like, okay, we have this much experience, that thing, this thing, but we thought to give an idea for parents when they come, what they need to know. So first they will understand the credibility factor, who is teaching, and then they need to understand whether it's easy to learn from their home and whether it's affordable, right? That is the next thing we always focus. We want this to spread around the globe. So we are not focusing more on making it very high price thing or exclusive thing. Instead, we are thinking like every kid in every part of the world, they should touch paint. The feel of touching the canvas and playing with colors, it's extremely joyful, especially during this time. So we made it very highly affordable to kids. And once they read all this content, right, when they see what she's doing, they'll get a glimpse of idea how the quality is going to be. They will understand the main three USPs. Then the credibility factor, who is teaching. So we give a small description about it. And if they want to learn more about her business and about her, they can go to our story page, and they can see what she had done, where so she can talk about how, where she started this business, what made her to do this business. And she's talking about our daughter. She's also very fascinated about this art. That is where she got this inspiration, like she can teach any kid. And we are talking about the media. So we restrict that area to give a small idea about her, and then we give an idea like how many what are the three services that we do. So it's very simple: 5 to 7 years, 8 to 11 years, 12 to 15 years. And the CTA buttons are very below the main service, so they can come here and they can enroll. And so these are the happy parents. They generously give feedback about her class, and we only put a few customer testimonials here, but we got a lot of testimonials in Facebook and in mails and everything. Then we put, instead of putting Nimmy's work, what we did was we really put kids' work here, because we need to show like their kid can also draw. For example, if we put high quality artwork, normally the parents will get afraid, like, okay, oh, my kid can draw like this. So we put the kids, what kids are drawing in virtual art class. These are the results. So these are kids artwork, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. So the real works of kids. And we put all the major questions that the parents have as FAQ section, and they can expand and they can see. So everywhere the CTA button is there. So even if you scroll down up or bottom, you can see the main button. So they don't lose focus there, and it's very mobile friendly. So you can see it here as well. And we reduced the navigation to only 3 things. One is enroll now, that is where they can enroll. And the next section is about us. And the third thing is contact us. We can put a lot of things. Maybe we can put art workshops and other things, but we reduced everything to 3 simple things. We made the navigation super simple. And when you go to enroll now, it's pretty simple. So for example, you can click on each age group and you can choose different time slots. We put 2 time slots. So this part took a lot of time. So you might feel like very simple one, but before designing this, me and Nimmy was having a lot of brainstorming sessions, and I shared this screen with multiple parents. I took real feedback from parents whether they were able to follow. So this design came after, I would say, like 15 or 16 design revisions, because some parents doesn't understand where is the details about the class. They don't understand. So the earlier the color was different for this button. You won't believe, like just changing the color of a button, it creates a lot of difference. So that's why we kept it into 2 colors, black and orange. Nothing else is there in the website. So earlier we were having 3 colors, right?
Yeah.
So, and parents were confused, like, okay, now it's pretty easy because they understand, okay, whenever they click on orange, it's an action button, simple. So, so that is the reason why we made the toggle button black. So it's pretty simple, like 5 to 7 years, then they're seeing this. So when you look at the hierarchy thing, right? So there's a science behind it. You can see on the left side this button, and when you see so it's connected. In between, if they want to read, they can read. And we are highlighting all the major USB things here. And when you scroll down, you see that enroll thing is also scrolling down along with it. So you are not losing the CTA button there. And once you go here, instead of listing out everything, like all material recommendation, what we did was we hide it. So if someone click on it, it's expanded, and you can click here and you can buy that book. Instead of just simply telling like buy watercolor book, we are helping the parents to buy it, and they can look at their local stores and buy the same thing. So this is very important for any art class, right? And we were wondering how to make it very simple. These are the simple things parents ask all the time, what things I need to buy. And if you try to put everything here, this page will look cluttered, right? Like for example, watercolor book and the paintings. And if you put all the images and the text, it's going to be cluttered. So we hide it. But the moment they click on it, it is expanded, and we hyperlinked it. So they can go there and check and buy, they can take decision. So it's pretty simple. And again, we are putting the detail about, so for example, if someone is coming directly to this page, they won't see Nimmy, right? So we put the details below that so they can read. And the FAQ section is again added. The common questions before they're sending a mail or calling, they can go here and they can figure it out. And we made the contact us page pretty simple. We didn't put any social media plugins or anything. Simple, like just for field. Maybe we can add more, like from where did you hear about us, and we can collect more data. But instead of that, we made the thing very easy for the parents. And when you go to mobile, you won't see the video also. You just 3-4 fields, and we are making life easier for parents.
Yeah,
we know how busy they are.
Yeah, and everyone is busy, and so we have to like consider the time of the customer, and also we have to give focus on what we are doing.
So the changes that happened while designing this, from that M10 to this one, it was really surprising, because we thought we need to put all the content there. They need to. So the fact is, nobody cares. Nobody cares about others. That is, we are living in that world. So what we really need to do as a business, we need to care them. What they need, just put that in the website. Then if they need more, they will go. So we need to put that thing in the other areas. So this was the difference that happened when we applied the same simple thing. and our community is growing, our revenue is growing, our website visit is growing. We are not doing any top-notch SEO, or we are not spending thousands of dollars in anything. Like, we are doing very organically, just making it simple and focused and niche, focusing in niche audience, and the community part is also growing. So that is about branding and user experience. I'm not extending this webinar to large extent, but this is what we need to say. And I love this principle, like, don't think of your customers, think like them. It's a simple sentence, right? But when you think more about it, you will understand what it really means. So
Melvin,
yeah,
you do have some questions that I think you've started answering, but I'll let you finish. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So how do you bring customers to your landing page? So the best idea is, like earlier I talked about, right? Like, how to add value while doing a business. So what we did was, we conducted some free trial classes, and she participated in a big community and she done some free classes there as well, free virtual classes there. And in that community and that creativity camp, she was teaching 1,000 students at a time.
And we give an experience what we are doing in our class. So, with that experience, they started looking for our website actually, and then they came to.
Exactly. So instead of spending a lot of money on SEO marketing, and so we really need to do that. I'm not saying like we don't need to do it. We really need to do it. But the main thing is giving value, giving free value. Don't think like when we give anything free, it's cheap. It's not like that. First, people should understand what you're doing, and so give value. So we put some free tutorial videos in YouTube, and kids are loving it. We are getting a lot of messages in Instagram and in Facebook, watching our YouTube video and making cartoon and everything. So it's a painstaking, or it's a hard work to do those kind of free stuff. But at the end of the day, it really converts. So that is one of the way we do, we get customers to our landing page. And how often do people use your contact us page? So every day we are getting like 3 or 4 messages asking about are we teaching adult art classes, and whether the kid is able to follow the thing. So the other thing, so many people don't understand what is this after class assistance, right? So I will show you what it is. So we are using one platform called Teachable, and every day before Nimmy takes the virtual art class, she record the entire video. And 1 second, let me log in user. Okay, yeah, so she will record the entire video, and she will give the voiceover, and she add the music and everything, and we'll upload it here. And we are giving, so actually we are selling it for $22, but when a kid joins our virtual art class, we are giving it for free. So that is after class assistance that we give. So when they come to this website, they can see the full curriculum, what she's teaching. And for example, when they click on the first part, they can see the video here. So where Nimmy talk about which color they need to use, how to do it, and she gives tips and tricks how to do it and everything. And moreover, she's giving a presentation slide where she talk about the materials, what materials they need. She will talk about the theory behind all those things, the color wheel, color harmony. So this is the after class assistance that we give for completely free. So we don't just give the Zoom replay. Instead, we spend some time and record it, and we give this for free. So, and so what does this 1,300% mean? It's like the numbers. When you think about the numbers, like for example, when she was doing the physical art class, it was only like below 50, but right now it's going beyond 300. So
and also the
everywhere.
website engagement is like huge. So that difference is 1300. It
So
is
we
huge.
conducted one free trial class, and we were thinking like, okay, we need to run it for like 1 week to get the registration filled. But within 3 days, it got filled, and we had to stop because we didn't purchase the Zoom. We were using the free Zoom thing for the trial class and everything. But then we purchased it. We made the security and everything. Then we conduct the free trial. Then also we thought like we will only get 100 people or something, but it was beyond. Like within 3 days we had to stop it. So that is where this percentage is coming. Like it's going beyond our limitations. So we are getting more professional about it, and we are managing those stuff. So once it is hitting one place, it's affecting in not affecting, it's it's reflecting, and that's what I would say, reflecting in all percentages.
Hey, Melvin, in the interest of time, if you know, I took some key takeaways as you were sharing the slides, especially the latter. I wanted to make sure that folks, yeah, if you don't mind with that, you know, I think the key takeaway that I noted here is, you know, originally you guys were selling too many things on one website. That made it too complicated. It was too much. And your suggestion there for the small business owners on the call is keep it simple. Try to focus on, you know, one, I think you said your landing pages are focused on each customer persona, right? So you've got a group of people that you're focused on, and you're at, you know, the message is very simple. You've reduced how many things you're offering to the customer. So instead of offering, you know, 10 different options to them, you kept it to 3, made it very simple. You're using colors. That was a very nice takeaway that I had. Is the 2 color, you know, black and orange, and making sure that colors also indicated action items for the customer. So there's something to be said about, you know, space has memory, but color has memory, and it helps. You've also had how you had to rebrand yourself. So for the US community, the name had to be something that it was relatable. So you did like a DBA, right? A doing business as.
Yes.
So it's easier for people to find your website. As funny as that sounds, you need to make sure that the local community could spell it and could find it. So that was very nice. And then you know, obviously moving from the satisfaction to the delight to the engagement, you gain trust of your users all through how you've designed the website. I mean, that was a great example how kids are now posting and tagging you guys as your website. And now the marketing is being done through the user empowerment. So what a great way to market is to have your customers talk about you. There's something called the net promoter score, right? And that's exactly what you guys have said about the last empowerment step there. Let me see. I just want to make sure I get that before. You know. And you've had a responsive website. That was a nice. I know you didn't emphasize that very heavily, but I think it is important as more than half of the world's traffic is on mobile devices. Your website accordingly fit to it. So that was a good takeaway for me. And
So
building trust, not bragging about all the stuff you guys have done, but keeping it very simple on the first page and making it only showing what the customer needs to see, and not going in there and writing. And I see so many companies and their about us page is, you know, it's 40 years of about us, you know, being typed on that one page. And I know while we want as business owners brag about how long we've been in business, we need to, you know, focus it on what the customer wants to see, and just focus. Wow, fantastic takeaways for me. This slide here is also very meaningful and very timely in the space of, you know, more and more people are now jumping, you know, using their websites to generate revenue. I think this slide, if you really understand it, could truly affect your business, and in your case, it revived your other business, which you guys are passionately connected to. So I love it. There's one other question about, do you guys have an Instagram page or the use of social media. So now your website is well designed. What about social media?
So we have all our content in the Instagram and other pages as well. The only problem is we don't have that much time to put content there. So that's why you might not see that many content in the social media, but
That is building. Yeah.
yeah, that is what we are
We're
going
still
to
working
build.
on it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great answer, because that is actually an opportunity for you, because we recently did a very successful, social media strategies workshop with SCORE. And so the upside to your story is there's so much more y'all can do, but of course you're balancing the growth of your own company. So you do one step at a time, and then eventually it all grows from there. So that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that one as done. And I see another question here, and I'm really trying to be mindful of time. How do they get in touch with you, Melvin? Especially as a creative director, you have lots of insights. Is there a way to get in touch with you? Maybe someone wants to get, your thoughts on their site or what have you. So I think Richard Stanley is asking that question in the chat. Do you have a contact information, Melvin?
Yeah, so what they can do is they can come to my website. It's melvinthambi.com, and it's my name itself. And there is a small button here, Let's Talk. And you can go there and you can schedule a call. And I'm always ready to help any people. So I put my slots open for these times to help others. And I really wish to help others if they're struggling with any kind of website. So I can give free consultation for it, no issues at all. So they can just book here and we can talk 1 hour and I can help them.
So you just answered a question Janine had about if the both of you would like to help others achieve the same type of clarity, simplicity, and functionality to their website. And Janine, you just heard Melvin make an offer that reach out and on his scheduling system there, and he's happy to help. This is great. So, we're right at that 12 o'clock time. Our contact information with SCORE is there. And then I think this recording, it will be made available on SCORE Houston's website. So you'll be able to see that. We thank everybody for joining us. And again, I want to thank Melvin and Nimmy, both of you, for sharing your own path and making this so practical for us, because you've had to live through this, and it's not always easy to share your pains and your successes of your business, right? So thanks for doing that, and then crafting it around the art of the user experience. I mean, that message to me is the key here, is that we have to obsess over what our customers think and build around that. Don't throw things at the customer hoping that it sticks. Listen to them and then build around what the needs are. That's a fantastic takeaway for me. So everybody, you should have got some polls from SCORE about this workshop. Please do provide us feedback. If you'd like to see Melvin and Nimmy continue to share with us, we will be honored to have them join us again for another future webinar. And hopefully we can learn even more as you're learning about growing a business in the Houston and the Texas region. So thanks everybody. Let's wrap this session up. Once again, thank you, Nimmy, and thank you, Melvin.
Thank you.
Lesson.
Yeah,
this is a great opportunity to share our thoughts on our business and how we can connect with others.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
So much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Quincy, I'm going to leave it to you to end the show, okay? Everybody have a great rest of the day. Yeah. Enjoy your weekends.
Thank
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.